Simone Biles is slammed by furious animal rights activists after allegedly chopping her dog's ERS off. The gymnastics world was rocked. But this time, it wasn't by a backflip or a record-breaking vault. Olympic legend Simone Biles has found herself at the center of a fiery public controversy after reports emerged that she allegedly chopped her dog's ears, sparking outrage among animal rights activists, fans, and the wider public. Known worldwide for her athletic prowess and her inspirational journey overcoming adversity, Simone has long been a symbol of strength, resilience, and dedication. But this latest allegation threatens to overshadow her sporting achievements, placing her in the eye of a social media storm that shows no signs of calming. The incident, what happened? Details remain murky, but sources close to the situation report that Simone Biles' pet dog recently underwent a controversial ear cropping procedure, a practice banned in several countries and highly criticized by animal welfare organizations. According to the initial reports, the procedure was reportedly done at a private facility under the supervision of a licensed veterinarian. Images and videos of the dog post-procedure began circulating online, triggering widespread outrage. Critics argue that the practice is unnecessary, painful, and constitutes animal cruelty. Simone, who is often in the public eye, has not yet released a detailed personal statement addressing the allegations, though her representatives insist that the procedure was conducted with the utmost care and for health-related reasons. Public outrage and social media reaction. As soon as news of the procedure surfaced, social media erupted. Fans who had long admired Simone for her athletic achievements expressed shock and disappointment. Animal rights groups took immediate action, using hashtags like #JusticeForPets and #StopEarCropping to call attention to the issue. Key reactions include pet advocacy groups demanding clarification and transparency about the procedure, influencers and fans sharing their horror at the images, calling for accountability, media outlets dissecting the legal and ethical implications of ear cropping. The incident has sparked a broader debate about celebrity responsibility, the ethics of certain pet grooming practices, and the tension between personal freedom and public scrutiny. Understanding ear cropping, a controversial practice. Ear cropping is a practice where part of a dog's ear is surgically removed for aesthetic or traditional reasons. While still legal in some U.S. states, it is banned in many countries, including the UK, Australia, and several European nations. Advocates argue that the practice can sometimes be medically justified, for example, correcting congenital ear defects, preventing chronic infections in certain breeds. However, animal welfare organizations overwhelmingly condemn cropping as unnecessary and harmful, emphasizing that modern veterinary medicine provides alternatives without removing body parts for cosmetic reasons. Simone Biles, a high-profile public figure, now faces the full glare of this debate. Critics question whether personal aesthetics or traditional practices justify procedures with potential pain and long-term consequences for pets. The celebrity factor, why this sparks such outrage. When a global superstar like Simone Biles is implicated in controversy, reactions are magnified. Visibility. Simone has tens of millions of followers across social media platforms. Every action is under scrutiny. Influence. Fans, young athletes, and children often look up to her as a role model. Ethics. Celebrity decisions about personal pets can be perceived as endorsements of controversial practices. The backlash against Simone is not just about one dog. It's about the symbolic responsibility of public figures in shaping cultural attitudes toward animal welfare. Legal and ethical implications. The incident has also raised questions regarding legal accountability. Ear cropping in states where it is permitted typically requires approval from a licensed veterinarian, compliance with state regulations concerning animal welfare. If the procedure was conducted within legal boundaries, Simone may face no legal consequences, but public opinion often operates on a different standard. Ethical responsibility, especially for a figure of her stature, can carry as much weight as legality. Animal rights activists speak out. Leading animal advocacy groups have issued statements condemning the procedure. PETA called the alleged ear cropping an outdated, unnecessary, and cruel practice. ASPCA urged the public and veterinarians to reconsider procedures done solely for cosmetic reasons. Social media campaigns. Animal welfare activists mobilized online, calling for Simone to publicly address the issue and promote responsible pet care. This groundswell of activism illustrates the power of digital activism and how celebrity actions can amplify societal debates about animal welfare. How can society balance tradition, medical necessity, and evolving standards of animal care? What role does public opinion play in shaping practices within veterinary medicine? The incident is a case study in how celebrity actions intersect with cultural norms, ethics, and law, and how digital media accelerates public discourse. Lessons for fans and the public. For fans, there are several takeaways. Critical thinking. Assess both legal and ethical dimensions of celebrity controversies. Awareness of pet welfare. Understanding practices like ear cropping encourages responsible pet ownership. Empathy and dialogue. Constructive conversation is more effective than harassment or vilification. Simone Biles' situation demonstrates the complexities that arise when personal decisions become public debates, especially for those in the global spotlight. What happens next? As the situation unfolds, Simone's response will be closely scrutinized. A transparent and compassionate statement may restore trust. Animal rights groups will continue to campaign, using the case as a platform to educate the public about ear cropping. Media outlets will continue to analyze the ethical, legal, and cultural ramifications, keeping the story in the public eye. This controversy could also spark long-term changes in veterinary and pet grooming regulations, as well as a renewed dialogue on celebrity responsibility. Conclusion, beyond the headlines. Simone Biles' alleged involvement in ear cropping is a stark reminder that public figures live under intense scrutiny, where personal actions can become global discussions. While the incident has sparked outrage, it also provides an opportunity for education, dialogue, and reflection on modern standards of pet care. For Simone, the challenge is clear. Navigate the backlash with honesty, demonstrate commitment to animal welfare, and turn a moment of controversy into a lesson for fans and the public. Regardless of the outcome, this story underscores a complex interplay of celebrity, ethics, law, and social media, a dynamic that defines a modern age and shows that even Olympic champions are accountable to a global audience. Simone Biles may be a legend in gymnastics, but in 2025, she is learning firsthand that legacy extends beyond medals. It includes choices that affect lives, animals, and the world watching her every move. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.